So basically, we're going to talk about some of the gaming stuff that we've been doing. We'll talk a little bit about Loki. You haven't seen it, but we'll keep it to a kind of a minimum until you do see it, because I think it's definitely worth it. Outside of that, we'll talk about the Boogie documentary. Was there any other pieces that anybody wants to discuss today?
You guys didn't watch the Marvels yet?
We were trying to force Tim to watch it with us, but he refused to give us a day that he was available.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
my God,
I listened to Angry Joe's spoiler.
Okay, I don't know the spoilers. I
How
don't
great
really
was
care.
Planet music, where everyone has to sing?
There's a lot of
What? What?
there's a lot of interesting stuff. I mean, I'm very keen to discuss Loki and the ending of the Marvels and like MCU stuff on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be fair because the podcast won't be out for like a couple of days, so
We'll
we can
probably watch the
kind of do
Marvels
spoilers
after
with
the
a
pod.
spoiler warning.
For sure. No, we'll talk. I want to talk just a smidge about talk about.
I can't believe
Loki,
they
but
put a
not much.
CGI beast in it.
Outside of that, yeah, that's insane that they put a CGI beast in. I mean, I expected that, but I just don't understand why they need to
Loki
to bring the X-Men in like this.
I
Just don't do
started
it.
watching. I finished most of season 1 of Loki again.
Oh, okay.
I haven't fully caught up yet,
How
but
have
I
you
have
been enjoying the
seen
rewatch?
the connections to. I've enjoyed it, yeah, a lot more than the first time through.
Okay.
Just watching it like on its own, not with like other Marvel baggage.
yeah.
But I've seen like the all the leaks of like Deadpool 3 and where the MCU's going, so I know that stuff.
Oh yeah, what is it with like the Marvels fixes a problem with Deadpool 3 or something? IGN released something like that, but I don't think.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff changing. At the moment.
Okay. We'll have to talk about that for sure then on Sunday then when we do all of it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I haven't seen the specifics of the series, but I feel like I kind of through osmosis on TikTok and X have seen the ending of Loki, or like I know sort of where the ending is.
Okay.
Just
what
because
do
of
you,
how many people are talking
well,
about
where
it.
do you think what do you think the ending comes to?
Like it seems like he goes off into solitude to do something, and everyone's really sad about it.
Okay.
Is the like vibe that I've gotten.
Okay. One thing I will say is they do seemingly allow Loki to be its own thing and to close off without ever needing anything else. Like you can watch Loki from front to back as a standalone project pretty much. You'll get more out of it if you watch the first few phases of Marvel, obviously. Like, but not even the first two phases, just up to really the Avengers, or maybe Avengers 2. But generally, it ends in a way that's super satisfying and complete, and I would never expect that from a Disney show after 2 seasons. I would have never expected that they would have allowed for that to happen. And the fact that they did, and the fact that it was so beautifully done in a way that like thematically works. I'm recording the list, so we'll just already be kicked in. Welcome to the podcast, guys. But the way to do it so thematically beautifully and to like just have it work so well was great. And the thing that me and Jason and Tim were talking about is it goes to show that Marvel, if they're just sloppy now, and it's because of it's Disney. They don't want the reason they spent $250 million on something like She-Hulk is because
And now
they're
reshooting Captain America, so that will be another
now
disaster.
they're reshooting Captain America is because they sit there and they do these projects and they like record them, and like She-Hulk, for example, apparently was completed, and She-Hulk didn't become She-Hulk until the end of the series, the end of the season, and then the executives saw it and said, no, she needs to become She-Hulk in episode 1. So they had to do a bunch of reshoots and CGI, which then made it cost $250 million fucking dollars. And that seems to be apparently a common running thing with Kevin Feige, is that he constantly will sit there and go and do these reshoots and all this other shit. And it just goes to show that when somebody with like Loki had a front to back, they knew what they wanted to do with season 1, they knew what they wanted to do with season 2. And I will say the reason that you know that for surely is because some of the stuff from season 2 at the end of season 2 had to be shot at the same time season 1 was being shot. And so things like that make it so that you know that they thought about it ahead of time. Plus, they did not give an in-credit scene for Loki. They didn't say, oh, we'll see you in season 3. They didn't really leave it open. They literally gave a fucking ending to a show. It was
And his
beautiful.
plot's like finished and stuff.
So the only I will say I won't say much. There's one, and once you watch it, I can tell you what my theory is. I have a theory that he might make one small cameo in the future that could work. Like, but it would be in the distant future. It would have to be near the end of this like whole upcoming few phases, and it would have to be like short. It wouldn't be able to be
Like
long.
towards the end of like 2028 or something.
Yeah, it would have to be the end of this decade.
Well, they would
basically.
have to fix in Marvel. In
They'd have
general
to fix
before-
Marvel
Yeah,
beforehand,
if,
yeah, for sure.
If people don't like generic leaks and spoilers,
Yeah.
then you can skip ahead of it. But like, saw that he is returning in upcoming films.
No, he's not.
I mean, they're gonna
Please.
ruin
I think
them.
it's Secret Wars, yeah.
No.
Because I think the thing that is very popular and being talked about is that
I'm gonna cry.
Owen Wilson's character.
Why do they?
is-
No. That's fine. They're allowed to. So
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Yeah,
Back up.
Mobius.
If Mobius and the TVA come back, that's fine, and I've heard that that's possible. I have not seen any
Yeah.
theories that Loki is coming back. I've seen everybody say that Loki is done. I'd like to see where you were reading that, but generally I have
Yeah,
seen
I
that the
think,
Secret Wars will have the TVA members. So like Owen Wilson will come back, B-15 will come back, and probably like Dox is dead, but like a couple of these other motherfuckers. So yeah. Anyway,
following along this one specific guy who like months before series has been tweeting out like stuff related to them. Like he was tweeting about the Marvel's post-credits scene 5 months ago and stuff. So it seems like he works at Marvel. And he's just been answering questions on Twitter. Like someone was like, "Is this the end for this character?" And he's like, "No, he comes back." And he was
No,
answering
he
like,
would be
I
fired.
don't.
They're gonna
I
do-
don't
He would be
yeah, they
fired
would fire him.
immediately. You
He would
can't
have to have
do
an
that,
NDA.
That
Yeah.
dude would be sued beyond belief.
Yeah, there's no fucking way. I don't believe it. He's either just like some guy who's gotten lucky.
He's like the GTA dude.
or like it's possible that he could have had a friend who like worked on a project, so he knew a thing, and now he's just coasting off of that. Because you said it was 5 months. So does he had a bunch of other shit that he besides the Beast thing? Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, he's like a movie leak account. Like he tweets
Yeah,
about a lot of different.
like he would. Okay, so I mean, at the end of the day, that it's hard because there are some of those guys, but usually they get
He might
caught
just
pretty
be.
quickly.
He might just be a generic industry guy because there's so many people that have seen like that Coyote vs Acme movie that's coming out was coming out next year.
Uh-huh.
He might just have seen like Deadpool 3 with certain characters in it already or something.
Sure. Yeah. Well, it would literally, unless they do the thing that I'm thinking they would do sooner, it wouldn't make sense at all for Loki to come back. Period. It just not even like, oh, I wouldn't like it because it would ruin everything with his plotline. Like it just wouldn't make sense based on what the change they made was. Like
It would be
there
good
is a
to just
big
have
change.
conclusive story.
For sure. I'm like what I'm see. Here's the thing: is I think they could take it from here. They've set up Kang in Loki season 2 very well. I know they don't want to do Kang apparently, but they should.
It's so weird, yeah.
They've done it. They've set him up so fucking well at the very most. I would say just recast Jonathan Majors, but Jonathan Majors plays the character so fucking well. So it's hard for me to even say that. Just keep him away from women. Just green screen him in whenever there's a woman on screen. Just so that way he never has to be on set with a woman. Things like that. But outside of that, it's just he was set up extremely well. Loki made a change to the universe that's very important and really interesting. And generally, it all seems to set up this new universe that is going to have this kind of multiversal war that they've talked about. But generally speaking, like now the TVA has a new purpose by the end of season 2. Like there's all sorts of really good changes. So the TVA coming back with their new purpose makes perfect sense for Avengers, like the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. So Mobius coming back, and all of them coming back makes perfect sense. Yeah, I don't see them bringing Loki back, but maybe, hopefully not at least.
I've seen additionally, again, if people don't want to hear, the Deadpool 3, now that they're going back into production, they've been like showing what they've done so far. They've shot like 60% of it.
Okay.
And it seems like they're not doing reshoots. They're pretty happy with where they're going.
Got it.
But the premise that is out on that one is like involving the TVA pretty heavily as well.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
I mean,
But
yeah,
now they've
I like
delayed
the TVA.
everything. Like, I don't think they can do Doctor Doom now because Fantastic Four comes out a year before Secret Wars. You can't set up Doctor Doom in Fantastic Four
No,
and then have
there's
him as the
no
villain
way.
a year later.
Oh yeah,
There has to be.
we had kind of
There
talked
is a
about like
Fantastic Four movie
Doctor
coming?
Doom just not being that powerful or intimidating. I don't know.
He's
in terms of like
powerful, but he's
intimidation,
not that intimidating to
Thanos
me.
is more intimidating, and
yeah, I never found Doctor
King
Doom
is
to be
more
that
intimidating, especially the acting job that Jonathan Majors did in Quantum Mania.
Who are they casting for the Fantastic Four? Do we know?
I don't think it's been
They're
confirmed.
supposed to be announcing it soon because they're allowed to cast again.
That sounds so. I don't want them to do it, dude. They just need to.
I don't know. They delayed
That's one of those
They
ones
delayed it a
you
whole
gotta-
year.
I understand that, like, it's super integral.
I would have made Sydney Sweeney Sue Storm.
I know that
heard
it's super.
That might be fake though.
I hope it's fake. I know that it's super integral to Marvel overall, but I just don't even bring in Fantastic Four. I just don't
you have
think
to.
they'll do
Doctor
it.
Doom exists.
I know
Fantastic
that
Four.
they're
If they-
integral, but I just don't think they're ever gonna make a good Fantastic Four movie. I just
don't know
think
how
it's
to
possible.
push it without spoilers, but if they do Fantastic Four in the vein of the ending of Captain Marvel, that would be good. If it's like a self-contained thing, separate from 616, I guess.
Okay.
I don't think that's too spoilery. Like, if it's not connected to the MCU, because like the Fantastic Four works because they're like the heroes of Earth.
Yeah.
Whereas if you introduce the Fantastic Four now, and it's like, well, where were they during like?
Yeah,
all
where the
this
fuck
other
were they
stuff
during
we
everything
use.
else?
Well, the
Yeah.
X-Men's on a different.
Yeah, they would need to be in a different thing.
different
Well, but this
universe.
is the thing they're talking about. The Illuminati now is coming back out too, which we've seen the Illuminati in a different like.
Yeah, I haven't seen
fucking-
that movie. Thank God.
Dude, they're coming. They're like in a different. So we saw the Illuminati in the different universe with Wanda killing all of them. In Doctor Strange. So I don't know though, like apparently they're coming out like and saying that there's been an Illuminati in the main universe. So where the fuck have these people been
Is
this
Kanye
entire
in it?
time? Yes, Kanye West, B.O.B.,
Nice.
Ric Flair. These are all Illuminati
Ooh.
members. Woo! Drip.
Jay-Z, of course.
Jay-Z, duh. Yeah,
Or
100%.
Beyonce.
Michael Cera. I don't know why, but he's there.
Well, no, he's like one of the
He's like the
head
cool
dudes.
ones. Yeah, he's one of the coolest ones.
That's why he's always happy.
Oh yeah, because he gets blowjobs every single day from anybody he wants.
Yeah,
at any
this
time.
is the end of the documentary.
It was a documentary.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm sorry. That's a side note. But yeah, I really don't understand what they're doing with the MCU anyway. This is the thing that we were talking about with Tim too. Is that like I refuse to be swindled by the fucking goddamn Marvel movies any further. They will not take my money. They will not take my shit. Nothing. I will watch the shows because the shows now I'm giving them a chance. I'll watch Echo, and I'll see how it goes. And if they fuck up Echo and they fuck up these shows, then
Right.
I'm not giving it any further a chance. They're just not going to swindle me.
I
on
feel
my
like
time and money.
Loki's the exception,
It is.
and
It is the exception.
the shows might be good when they use proper showrunners,
Sure.
but every show in production is still on that shitty way that they used to do the shows.
Well,
with, like-
Echo looks decent.
The problem is Disney
it looks
and Six
decent in the
can't stay
trailer
away.
though. But
Yeah, we don't know how
it's still-
it's going to be, for sure.
it strikes me as one of those trailers where like the trailer's really well edited, but like that's completely unrelated.
I don't know.
to-
It
I
felt
mean,
like
it's
they
rated.
brought...
Wait, Echo, right? So TV. It's rated
yeah,
TV
it's rated
mature.
TVMA, and on top of
So-
that, it did
True,
feel like
yeah.
it felt like they brought back
That the
Kingpin
Kingpin that
in
would
the
beat the
proper
shit out of
sense.
like
Yeah,
the
where
car
he
door
was like
scene.
actually like yeah. Like
It's
he
the
had some
car-
like
I mean,
grit to him.
I generally think like more than half of the Marvel shows I've seen are like passable. Like they're not as bad as
Nah, I think probably
people
there's
say.
Loki's
Like
a
She-Hulk?
masterpiece.
She-Hulk
is
is
dog
terrible.
shit.
Yeah, it's one of the worst shows.
Yeah.
WandaVision is half good. Moon Knight is half good.
Yep.
Then there's
Hawkeye is dog
is
shit.
dog shit. Captain America, Winter Soldier, dog shit.
Yep. Or Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Falcon Winter Soldier, dog shit is terrible.
Yeah, it had a good idea at the beginning, and then they
And
just completely bailed on it.
botched it. What else is there?
Miss
Is that it?
Marvel.
Miss Marvel, I thought it was decent.
Yeah, I like that. It was pretty decent.
So yeah, half
I
of
liked
them were
most of
decent.
Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Secret Invasion.
I
so
would
can't
say the last 2 or 3 episodes I was out.
That's fair. So like
Yeah.
half good.
But like,
No, this is the thing. They have a
And
lot
then
of
when they
crazy
did
shows.
Amelia
Echo.
Clark.
They have a
yeah,
lot
like
of
it's not
good
crazy
shows.
if Echo is just good because they've had good episodes consistently. They
Sure.
just ruin the shows or the endings. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's good. I just don't think we're going to get a Loki level show until.
No, we're definitely not
production
going to get a
on
Loki
that.
level show. Here's the thing: is like I just wish with WandaVision, for example, I think if WandaVision was done in the spotlight, it would have done better. Because if it was MA and it allowed itself to remain this like dark, like horror-esque show that it was at the beginning, and it really let her sit in that universe for a while and get into the fact that oh no, she's like really torturing people and got like dark as fuck. I think that show would have been fucking amazing, but because it's Marvel, they had to go back after I think halfway through episode 3 and then like throughout the rest of the season where they go into the whole fucking Marvel bullshit of oh I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna fight you off and all this other bullshit. I don't want to do that, you know what I mean? I want to see this woman torturing people in her goddamn makeshift TV universe.
Well,
That's
then
fucking awesome.
Agatha show is coming
Oh
on.
fuck me, no.
I hate that character. I don't like that actress
I
either.
will fucking kill myself, dude, before I watch that show. I swear to fucking God.
Yeah,
I
it's
ain't
just
watching that shit.
Yeah.
I will not
I
watch
saw
that
people
shit.
saying like, "Oh, it's so good that Marvel is only releasing one movie next year," and I was like, "But they're releasing like
What fucking
this,
movie?
like all of these TV shows, just Deadpool 3 now.
Oh, okay.
yeah. I was seeing
Like,
like
it's releasing like 4 shows.
Because they're fucking
on Rotten
stupid.
Tomatoes. Like when you look at it, like all of the like the audience score is completely wrong. 1,000%. I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah,
I just
they're never right.
yeah, on the 85%, and then
Sadly.
you look at all the reviews, and they're all like no profile pics on any of them, and they all say very
none of
similar
them can be
things. It's
trusted.
like they're paid reviews.
None of them can be trusted.
No, I can't. And it's I mean, you see that on Twitter though. They sit there and show the like critic score, and they're like, "Oh, well, critics are usually wrong," and it's like, no,
Fuck you, buddy.
no. Fast and Furious sucks. She-Hulk sucks. Quantumania sucks.
Marvel's had the audience scores 85%.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane. Wait, what would you give it, Peter?
Well, Marvel's
Rate it.
Marvel's is like a tough one because it's like become a divisive issue where people are like either hating it
Did you
or
like
loving
the
it.
Marvels, Peter?
I thought it
Did
was
you
alright.
like it? Okay, that's okay. Yeah,
I can
we
see
haven't
why-
seen it, so we can't say.
I think like
Oh, they speak a
I
lot
can
of
see why
science
female
stuff that doesn't make
audiences are,
sense.
like, loving it.
Wait, hold on. What was that, Jason?
They say a lot of science-related things that,
Oh.
and it makes no sense.
That's gonna piss me off.
Oh yeah, I knew that as soon as I heard
It's gonna
Angry
really
Joe
make
talk
me
about it. I
upset.
was like, "Yep, that's gonna be one of those."
It's
things.
okay. I'm probably gonna rant at this movie then. Anyway, go ahead. What was you gonna say, Peter?
I can see why female audiences are raving about it.
Oh,
Because
And
they
I've
like
seen, like,
shitty things.
The discourse has become like all of the critics that don't like it are men, and it's become like a men versus women.
I
thing.
hate-
well,
yeah,
so
it's
what
so
is the
stupid.
what are the feminist tones that like make it stand out for women? You would say.
I don't know if it's like a film that you would analyze as having feminist tones. I just
Uh-huh.
like it's very.
Well, if you say women
3
would
female
rant
leads
about it,
and,
why
like,
would? Oh, that's it.
it's just one of those films that like women are going to enjoy it and men are going to be like
Just
"Fucking pretty
because,
awesome."
there's 3 female leads.
Yeah,
That's where
the
we're
chick
at in
that
society,
plays-
bro. Fuck me,
The
man.
chick that plays Miss Marvel is really good.
Yeah, for sure. But
She's
that's
better
actually
than the other
really,
two in this.
that's really sad that just because there's 3 female leads that like men,
Well, it's
like
just-
this is not my thing
yeah.
now.
I mean,
It's
the
like,
reason
holy
the
shit.
the reason the scores are becoming so divisive is I think from what I've seen on X, people are like, women are seeing men hate on it in their circle, and they're like, well, I have to praise it now, and it's becoming like a
Yeah, a
divisive thing.
dogmatic thing.
I mean, when you're in the cult of personality, I guess that's what you got to do, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I hate the idea that the first Captain Marvel movie is terrible. And it's
Yeah.
got nothing to do. I like Brie Larson.
No,
I've
she's just
said that she's a
it's
great
just a
actress.
bland
It's just a
script,
terrible fucking movie.
terrible script,
And the people that defend it
bland
because
role.
it has female like a super no fuck
Empowerment,
that.
man.
Wonder Woman 1984 dog shit. It's one of the worst films I've ever
Terrible.
seen in my life. It's just
Literally.
like yeah, you shouldn't defend movies whether
First one wasn't
it's
that
a
bad.
lead actor who happens to be black or it's a lead actor because they happens to be female. It's just
Yeah, it's
like
very
I would have
stupid.
figured in 2023 we'd be getting past that, but I guess
Nah.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
So in that case, that's kind of the Marvel discussion. I think that Loki is definitely an outlier, and we're just never gonna get anything as good as Loki. It is what it is. Alan Wake 2 came out. We've been playing that a little bit. We haven't gotten deep into that. Did you play Alan Wake 1, Peter? I know we kind of talked a little bit about
I did
this.
not.
Okay.
I didn't really play many Xbox arcade games back in the day.
Got it.
Which I think is where it was, right?
I think, and well, it's available. Isn't it on? I think it's on PC now, but back in the day, I think it was on Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox 360.
Yeah, 360. I didn't play it until recently. We played it on PC like a year ago now. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. Like there's the mechanic of like they shroud the enemy in like some sort of like shadows, and then you have to flash a light on them in some way, or you can even throw light bombs. Like you can throw flares. You can do various different like light techniques in order to light them up, and then once you light them up enough, they can take damage. So they're impervious to damage until you light them up, and then you can like shoot them with shotguns, hit them with pistols. It's really fun and a cool mechanic. What they've done in Alan Wake 2 is they took those same mechanics and they've added a very intense detective side of things, where you're playing an FBI agent who's coming out and investigating Cauldron Lake, which is the lake where the events of the first game happened to Alan Wake. And Alan Wake in the first game finds these pages that he wrote that tells the story that he's going through, and they're basically telling him the events that are about to happen. So he's finding these pages that are literally telling him what's about to happen next to him, and so the same thing starts happening to the FBI agent here. And it's a really interesting thing because what they've done is have you ever played really any type of like the kind of modern detective games of like the Sherlock games or any of that? If they're a niche,
like
they're a
Evil
niche
Within
game.
-ish.
Okay, so they're a niche category. So basically, in like the Sherlock games, for example, they you go through, you examine items, and then those give you clues. The clues, you go into your mind tree, and you kind of try to piece like clues together, and they'll have different colors for the different type of clue. And basically, you'll go through, and if you piece them together, it gives you new information. What they've done in this one is, instead of it just being pieces of text that you come and you click randomly to get together, they've put a mind palace where literally you press the select button and it puts you into a third person perspective inside of a house in your mind. And you go up and you have a case board where you literally place down the different pictures of like, here's your clues that you found, like, oh hey, I found this mask on the beach, I found this blood stain, I found this, footprints, this is where they led. And you put them all down and it gives you access to new information. And it's crazy because instead of just having a text image, you're literally going through and looking at the pictures, placing them down yourself, and drawing lines between them. It's so fucking dope, and it's also super fluid, where you move in and out of the mind palace like literally so instantaneously, and like it's nothing. It's so fucking cool, and it's the most intricate and amazing detective like mechanic that I've seen in any detective game so far. Me and Jason are we love detective games, so it's one of our like niche things that we do. That and just like rare puzzle games we kind of get into. So like this was a real, I mean, we were literally just playing Sherlock the Awakened, which is like a remaster of the old Sherlock game from 2006 that has to do with Cthulhu. And like literally
Not much Cthulhu though.
not much Cthulhu yet, sadly.
No, I think we're near the end. Though,
No, we can't be near the end. I think we got to be halfway through. Anyway, so but the idea is like we were playing that, and we come over to this, and I'm like, oh wow, it's like basically that, but it like upgraded.
And visually, the game is unbelievable.
It's a stunning game. The
Voice
only thing is
acting's
we
good.
haven't gotten. It is a little bit slow. We played like probably an hour to 15 minutes or so, and they haven't gotten to any real action yet. Now they have done some horror stuff. This is the only real complaint that I have too. Is I am okay that it's slow on like the action stuff. But there was one part that you're walking through this creek, and it's the middle of the fucking night, and it's really creepy. And so I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like I'm following these footsteps, and you have a really narrow flashlight, and so it's really realistic looking. You have
you really focus on the screen.
Yeah, you're really focused on the screen. The wind's going. It's like really, really intense. And so basically I'm dialed in, but also like I'm expecting to be jump scared a bit, so I'm kind of primed. And so then like all of a sudden it flashes up, and I jump like really hard, and I accidentally like pause it, but then I unpause it and I realize, oh, it wasn't even like a good jump scare. It was like a really cheap jump scare of like, how back in the day they on YouTube would have like a video and it would just pop up with The Exorcist.
And people punch their monitors.
Yeah, it was that type of thing, and it's like, oh, well, that sucks. Like it's a cheap, like it was a real cheap flash jump scare. And so one of that, now I feel like they've set up a good job with the atmosphere, because they have like, you're going into this like old witch's hut next to the lake and all this other shit. So they've done a good job, and you have to like find this fuse and do all this other stuff. So, and it's really dark and creepy. So they've done a good job of setting it up, but I wish that they would have had more intricate jump scares, or like more deserved ones. So that's the only critique that I have so far, is the jump scares, because they've done it a few times, and now it only got me the first time, because like once that's the problem with cheap jump scares like that, is it's only going to get you the once. So yeah, that's how no, it is not on Games Pass. That is one that I think it's 60.
Yeah, $60.
Yeah, it's 60. It's not 70.
Game doesn't really hold your hand at all. That's
game does not hold your hand whatsoever.
Like,
but
there's a lot of times
really
where you'll
good.
feel lost and trying to figure out where to go in this forest.
But they do like have dialogue and stuff that if you pay attention to like your partner or other stuff, then you can pretty much figure it out. Oh, also one thing in the Mind Palace I forgot to say too is in the Mind Palace it will have your case files, so you can hold multiple cases at once, and it'll basically, if you have clues in another case file that you haven't done yet, it'll be like, it'll blink, so that way you know like, okay, I need to go to this case file and do that.
Yeah.
So that way it doesn't, like that way, otherwise it would be too complex and you would never know all the time, like, oh, hey, right, this clue. So it's very good at like a clean UI that makes sure you know where to go. So I would say Alan Wake 2, I only was waiting a year for it, but a lot of people
I've been waiting
years
forever.
for this is a
like 10 years, I think it's
follow
10
up
years.
so far. Yeah, I'm loving the game so far. It's very, very good. Jason, did you have any thoughts on Alan Wake 2?
No, I mean, you pretty much said it all. Like, so, yeah.
Okay.
So, but we haven't really gotten too much into the game, and we started probably like a couple hours, but so far it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
So
100%.
we don't know like where the
guys-
story's going.
Did you guys ever watch It's Always Sunny?
Oh, it's one of my favorite shows.
Jason
also.
loves it.
That and
Did you watch
Seinfeld are
the
some of my favorite
Apple-
comedies.
Did you watch the Apple TV Ubisoft Mythic Quest?
I watched the first, I think, season or 2 seasons, because I know can't remember his name, but the dude that plays Mac from Always Sunny is one of the main stars on that show. It was a pretty funny, decent show. Actually, I think I got all the way up to the end, and then there was the COVID happened, and then there was a break, and then I just kind of never got back into it.
Fair enough.
I just remembered the like random episode in the middle that had different characters, and they were making a game, and it was basically they were making Alan Wake, like they were making a game with a torch, and like you had to shine the enemies. Dark Quiet Death, I think it was called.
Oh, okay.
Which was just randomly like a really good standalone episode in a comedy show for like no reason.
Yeah,
That's
the
a
only
really good
other
show.
Grandma's Boy had like this game called Demonic, because the film is basically about these dudes who are like work at a video game company, and then essentially Demonic was supposed to be a real game that was going to come out to, I think, the Xbox, the original, and then it was like, oh, maybe it'll come out to the 360. It just never came out.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the company. I think they might have went bankrupt, but yeah.
Damn. R.I.P.
Some
Yeah.
games never come out.
Yeah. Sometimes you want it to come out, and you're like, what the hell? Beyond Good or Evil 2 is one of those games for me too.
Yep.
Fair enough.
sometimes take like 10 years, 2 months to get announced that they're going to come out.
Yeah, or you get
Speaking
like
of
a
that,
Duke Nukem Forever, and you're like,
we
God
got-
dang it, I wish this never came out.
True. And now we have GTA 6. 10
Yeah.
years after we're
Money,
finally getting,
money was
thing.
drying up a
Well,
little bit
that's
there
the
for
thing.
Rockstar.
So this is the thing I was on about like a month or couple months ago, maybe there was basically a guy named Mr. Boss for the Win that is like a GTA YouTuber, and he tried to put out some like fake. He put out fake GTA 6 shit, and basically
Well, I was going to say, hasn't like 10 hours of gameplay leaked?
Well, yes, they
I
did
keep
leak.
hearing people say that, and I have specifically avoided looking at it. But like,
So I haven't looked at it either. They did leak some gameplay back in a while ago, maybe a couple
was it
months
gameplay
ago.
or was it just
It
like
was
the code?
gameplay. No, it was
okay.
gameplay. It was basically, I think it was 90 minutes worth or something like that of just general content in the game. Of like, one of them was a robbery, the girl robbing somebody or robbing a place, and then there was like the way that some of the NPCs would react, a couple like rooms going through, but like it was basically rudimentary stuff, and it was clearly a test early copy of the game. So generally though, there was early confirmation that it was going to be a male-female lead, and that it was going to be in Vice City that they were going to touch on for the most part. So
I thought they would have done a new city, but
yeah, I guess
I heard they were
they're
going to do multiple cities.
see,
but
that would be
it's all
interesting.
just
I mean,
rumors,
Dude.
you know.
Could you imagine being able to go to the airport and fly from Vice City to San
I've never
Andreas?
played Vice City.
Oh well, no, neither have I. I haven't played Vice City either. But I'm just saying, like, could you imagine just going
But
into
yeah,
like
being able to travel
GTA?
cities would be very sick.
Yeah, just go to GTA and you can actually go to the airport and then buy a plane ticket
I mean,
from fucking Los Santos to fucking
to be
Vice
honest,
City. That'd be a,
I would
yeah.
be surprised if they don't implement something, because I know Assassin's Creed, well, Ubisoft has been pushing hard to get like their future Assassin's Creed games all linked like across one thing. So if the new GTA had like a big city, but then over the years they added more cities or something, that seems to be the future of like open world. Like if
Well,
they added
yeah.
like San Andreas as an expansion to GTA 6, or
Yeah, because what are you
it's
gonna
like
do? Like, what else are you gonna do? Like,
I
you
mean,
can
if
have
you
the
did
one
GTA
big map.
Online, each city could represent a
Yeah,
server,
that's what I was
and
gonna.
then you have to get
It's
permission
well,
from that person to get
Yeah,
into their
it's-
city.
Even if it's not like a
It's
server
like the
thing, like
concept of
Uh-huh.
it's like the concept of games as a service, but for single player. It's like, well, if we make
yeah,
GTA 6 and then we just keep making new GTAs, but release them as like expansions for this one game,
yeah.
but full price. I guess that's the
Well,
idea.
the main thing is that you can constantly upgrade graphics throughout over time if you want to. With that, you just have to put out the patches, etc. So I think
When
that
they did that for
it
GTA
makes
5,
sense.
didn't you have to pay?
I
Did
think
they upgrade it for free?
I don't know. I think there were certain upgrades that were for free, but I think there were expansions that you had to pay for, depending on like what the
I
mission.
thought it was if you bought the game for, I think it was PS3, and you bought a PS4, it was like, or something like that.
There
You
was
could-
I
that,
think it had
yes. If
cost
you were going upgrade, if you were going from like one
You'd
early
get the game
generation
for
to the
free or
next generation,
something.
it was free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. But so generally, the main thing is it would be fucking cool. Like they've turned GTA Online basically into kind of like almost an MMORPG. It would be really
Yeah.
sick if you could have like a really massive MMORPG where you have like 4 big
You have
cities.
people giving out quests. I need you
Yeah.
to assassinate my friend.
Yes, dude, that would be fucking
that's-
awesome.
Don't ask questions.
You can
Yeah,
buy like land.
the,
You can do everything. That would be sick. Yeah.
That's the big next thing. Like, I know it's confirmed Ubisoft, their Japanese game and their Chinese game and their American Assassin's Creed are all going to be in the same like thing. You can select from the menu which game. You have to buy them all individually, but it's all like linked through the Animus.
Well,
Because
and
they
again,
want
it makes
one game where
sense.
you can play every future game, is what they said.
Well, again, it makes sense if you have one engine that you're utilizing and you're just upgrading that
Yeah.
engine in perpetuity. Like, just make the code backwards compatible, so that way you can literally just have it connect to the new upgraded fidelity of the models, and then relatively it would be
Conceptually,
pretty
it's
easy
like-
to upgrade.
Do I want to pay full price for like an expansion, but if it's a full game and it's linked to the game I already own, that actually sounds
well.
fun
And
to
again,
me.
it's not even like an expansion. Sometimes it's like literally a different game, basically, just with the same.
Yeah, like Phantom Liberty.
Yeah, it's like Unreal Engine 5 is used to make all these different games. They're not all expansions of the same game. It's just that, you know what I mean? They're different, things.
Yeah.
So I think that it makes perfect sense that it would go into that direction. And also, I would not mind that. That would be really fucking sick to be able to go into the go from GTA 6 to GTA 7 by like buying a fucking plane ticket, and they're like, all right guys, next month we're releasing God damn it. Next month we're releasing the new GTA fucking 7 plane ticket. You buy it for $60 and you can go and you can literally have the next game. It's like, okay, that's fucking awesome. So yeah, I would totally see that shit.
I think we're going.
Did it right, Peter? Oh no, technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Close out Discord, reopen. Oh no, I'm gonna have to close out Discord altogether. Alright. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we should be back up just in one moment. Reconnect. Alright, Peter, you there?
Yes.
Okay, I have no idea what just happened, but go ahead and, if you want to go ahead and just turn the camera again. There you go, perfect. Yeah, we're back. Alright.
Still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording. I just said, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the technical difficulty. Alright, there you go. Back
Rockstar
to it. Dude, yeah, they're mad that we figured out what their next plan's going to be, dude. They're hitting us copyright already.
Yeah. So I think December 6th for you guys, December 7th for me is the gameplay release, because Jeff Keighley's been tweeting the shit out of the GTA stuff, and he's hosting an event then. And the word on the street is that Take-Two, I think, the company that owns Rockstar, has been buying a fuck ton of ad space. So the word on the street is it's probably going to come out very soon.
Well, they also told their investors that they're looking to see a giant fiscal spike in 2025. And so obviously that basically analysts have said that means that they're going to release either like mid to late 2024 or early 2025.
Yeah,
and generally you don't lie to your investors.
Their fiscal year would be, I think it's July through June, right?
I don't know. I just read like an article earlier that mentioned like that's what analysts were saying, so that's why I'm quoting that. I don't know exactly what fiscal year is for sure.
I know Ubisoft's Skull and Bones isn't releasing in 2023, which goes to June 2024. Yeah, their fiscal year. Yeah. So 2025 spike probably means to me November 2024. Like that's probably. Yeah. No, that makes. To me, that's what I was saying. Is it to Jason? Is it makes sense that it would be end of 2024, like October to December, or just real early 2025, like January? There's no shot that they announce it after this much hype and then say 2025, like people would be pissed off.
That would be, especially with nowadays where everything
if the trailer ends with like 2024, people will be like, holy shit.
Especially because people are so akin to like trailers nowadays coming out, and it's like, oh, we're gonna be out in a month, guys. So like, I definitely do think that will affect, but I think that probably we'll see it'll say 2024, but then the other issue is like Rockstar is known for like delaying games. So even if it does say 2024, it's not necessarily a guarantee, but they'll probably say 2024 regardless. Even if they think it's going to be 2025, they'll probably say 2024 just to like placate people, you know what I mean? So but I mean, hey, look, I'm excited for it. This is the first time I literally told Tim about this, and he was like, "Oh yeah, sure, buddy." And I was like, "No, I told like this is Rockstar themselves. They said it."
I mean, that's because so many people lie on Twitter about the. Oh, it's gonna come out.
I know.
No, me too.
I was like,
I didn't
is it
believe it
Rock
at first.
SS Star or
Oh,
something
really,
spelled wrong,
Rockstar?
right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So I had to convince him, and also, yeah, the Mr. Boss for the win guy. It's so sad that these guys, like for GTA. First of all,
Oh, Mr. Boss for the win got access to GTA 7, I saw.
well, yeah, 100%.
He had like the case of GTA 7.
Yeah, he
already.
did it. He literally, and that he's
What a
the first
legend.
guy in history to do that. Dude, he like
Yeah.
the got called out by the voice actor for Michael, and the voice actor said like, "Yo, don't watch Mr. Boss for the win," which is insane. If the video game that you make videos about, the voice actor saying, "Don't watch this guy," and then on top of that, I went and checked out his channel because I was like, "Huh, I wonder how he's trying to eat off of this new update." He posted 30 videos in the past 3 days about GTA 6 and the Rockstar announcement, and all of them averaging about 30K views a video.
Bro's
So,
grinding.
I mean, bro is at about 1 million views off of those videos alone in the past few days, so he's probably made about $3,000. So shout out that guy who is just
He can probably
fucking
afford it.
grinding it.
I mean, I saw like, I don't know how this is gonna like have a good financial year for Rockstar, because I saw the report came out that GTA 6 is going to cost $2 billion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible.
I don't have $2 billion to buy a fucking game. Like,
No,
what
I
are
know,
they-
dude.
who's
How are
buy
they going to
this game?
recoup this money? It's ridiculous.
That's Elon Musk. It's ridiculous.
It probably will be Elon. I mean, Elon can drop an easy 2 bill. He dropped 44 bill on a company that's only worth 22 billion. So,
True.
I mean, he can burn
Did you
another
see-
15. Yeah.
Talking about like switching to announcements, did you see Darren Aronofsky is directing an Elon Musk?
No, he's
movie?
not.
Yep.
I don't
A24.
want it. Why?
Finally,
I don't know.
we get to see the real life of Elon Musk growing up on the yellow short bus.
Oh my God, he's gonna be on the. Do you guys have a short bus, Peter?
I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, so a short bus
The
is
short
the bus.
people?
No, the short bus is
No.
the bus that people that have mental disabilities or handicaps ride on.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
We just have normal
yeah.
buses.
No, so yeah, basically we separate our handicapped folks
Yeah.
into separate buses, and
Segregation. I
and
see.
we
Yeah.
segregate the disabled
Yeah, it
How
people,
they get
still
all
doesn't
days.
stop.
and then their buses
If you're
are
mentally
shorter.
disabled, you get
They're
a shorter
shorter.
bus.
So like we have regular buses, they're longer, right? And then they get the shorter buses, and so they're called short buses. Now it might sound fucked up when you think about it, and that's because it is. I have nothing else to say about that. Anyway,
Isn't he South African though?
he is South African, and I don't respect white South Africans. So
Except for Philadelphia.
except for Belle Delphine. Well, no, I disrespect Belle Delphine.
Wait, she's
too,
South
'cause-
African?
Yeah. Because
What?
she would like it.
Yeah, she went to
yes.
the UK.
I thought
You
she
didn't know
was
that?
Born and bred British.
No, she was born in
Sounds
South
British.
Africa, and then
Well,
she
she
was
has a
taken
British
to the UK
accent,
by
yeah.
her father. She was taken
I
to.
can't get the accent from the ooh, ooh, ooh.
No, that's ridiculous. Elon Musk movie and works at A24 with Darren Aronofsky. He didn't lie to us. I'm upset about
I don't
this.
care about Elon Musk's life.
Who
I think
would?
he's an idiot.
Who the fuck would?
He
Who
got
gives
a
shit?
small lump, small little
Lump sum
loan
of
of
$1
about
billion.
$1 billion.
It's just
I
a
don't
little bit of
understand how
cash.
A24's picked this up. Like,
Because A24
Sometimes they
is
make
getting
trash.
weird, dude. A24 is getting real weird. They're making a lot of weird projects,
Yeah.
doing a lot
All
of
right,
weird
what works,
shit.
what doesn't with these movies?
I don't
That's
like
basically
it.
what they're
That's all I
trying
know.
out.
That's all I know. Is I hope.
But
that
who's
they all
gonna
jump
play
off the
that?
bridge.
Like, if you play Elon Musk,
yeah, that's
Yeah,
the question.
your
nobody.
career is over after that.
Nobody.
So it
knows
has to be a
Elon Musk.
nobody, right? Because you're not gonna have
Yes.
like any elite actor. I'm just gonna be like, oh,
Hey, you don't
must
want
be
to
into
be
Nazis
known as an Elon Musk guy.
if you
That would be
are
weird.
playing that role.
I mean,
I don't know about that.
Aronofsky's just going through the ringer of making these like hateable character movies because he did The Whale last year, right?
Wait,
Why is
and he's
the
gonna be
whale?
Elon
Whale's
Musk.
not supposed
the
to be
whale's
a
not a
hateable
hateable character.
What are you talking about?
I mean, like he's like a big fat guy. Like,
No, he's
What
not.
the fuck is wrong with
Like,
you,
he makes-
man?
You're not supposed to
well,
hate
wait,
him.
I'm not winning.
He's not Boogie.
He's making movies on characters that should be hateable, like
Okay.
Elon Musk, a big fat
Fat
guy.
guys aren't hateable.
No,
I don't
only
know what's-
Boogie is
I feel
hateable.
Jennifer
bad for him.
Lawrence.
Wait, okay, Jennifer Lawrence, I agree, but I just feel bad for like fat people. You know what I mean?
Except for Boogie.
Except
And you'll
for
feel
Boogie.
bad for Elon Musk.
No, why would I feel bad for Elon Musk? He's got $1 billion. He's got more than $1 billion.
If he gets the same, what if he gets the same guy to play him?
If he gets what?
The same guy from
No.
The Whale.
If he gets fucking Brendan Fraser?
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser.
I could see that. They look similar. And they're the same age.
Grimes.
Dude, they're the same
The
age.
only
They look
way
similar.
I see a movie about
Grimes will play
Elon
Grimes.
Musk is if you get Danny
That'd be
DeVito
perfect.
to play Elon Musk. I'll watch it.
Dude, Grimes would totally do the movie. There's no way she wouldn't. She's so clout hungry. I could so see that. Grimes would do anything that you put in front of her. So, yeah. Anyway,
I also saw my favorite horror director, Flanagan, which have you guys watched the Hill House stuff yet?
Oh no, we have not.
So he's going back
say
to
that
movies because
tonight.
his Netflix deal's done. And his new movie starring Tom Hiddleston and Mark Hamill and
Yay! Wait, really?
which just sounds like it's going to be fucking lit.
What is it? Wait,
And
what's
it's an
that called?
adaptation. It's called The Life of Chuck. It's an adaptation of a Stephen King short.
That sounds
short story
amazing.
thing.
Yeah, but Stephen King shorts are not usually.
Come on, man. No, Stephen King shorts are fine. It's the people that adapt them that suck.
Yeah.
What was the? Is it Michael Flanagan? Is that his name?
Mike
Mike Flanagan.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like he just does Stephen King movies. Like his last two films was Doctor Sleep and Gerald's Game.
Oh well, I love Doctor Sleep. That's a banger. Gerald's Game is a weird movie, but it was interesting at the very least. That's the one where he has a heart attack and she's like in the bed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, weird movie.
Wait. I
Sleep
remember
he
that
did.
movie. I forgot about that movie.
Yeah. He has the heart. She starts having
Wait,
visions.
is
and
it
shit.
because he takes too many
That's his
Viagra?
wife as well.
Yeah, he does. Is that his wife?
No,
That's Mike
I think they got
Flanagan's
married
wife?
after.
Oh, that's
Sleep,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, then what was it? A bear that shows up?
I don't remember the full movie. I remember that
there was
she
a wild
starts
dog. I remember.
Yeah, I think it was a dog or something. Where
Yeah.
she starts having visions of like him.
There was like a
talking
big
to
tour,
her.
Oh yeah, they just showed up at night.
and then he come and confronts her in the court
Creepy
case.
movie.
He's
And
very
she's like, "Look, he was
creepy.
real," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
It's a creepy movie.
Yeah,
Weird
it's a
movie.
very interesting.
It's
movie.
very psychologically heavy. I will say that.
I
That's a kind of
completely
a
forgot
surrealist
about
movie.
that until now.
Yeah, and then obviously Doctor
Yeah,
Sleep is a
I'm-
true banger. Yeah,
I'm incredibly excited
Except for the
because I
cat.
think Doctor
dude,
Sleep.
you have a fucking hatred.
production-
So, did you remember Doctor Sleep? Do you remember Doctor
I
Sleep?
haven't watched it yet.
Okay, so in there you need to watch it, and there's a scene where basically there's a cat that comforts people as they pass on to the other side because the cat can tell when somebody's
Sick,
about to move
demented
on.
thing.
He thinks that the cat is like dooming them to death for some reason,
Dude,
even though all these people are
Think
in
about it, right?
a fucking hospice
You in the
care.
hospital.
It's
You
in-
see this little
you're in
four-legged
hospice
fucker
care.
coming down the hallway, and you know every time he goes into the room and lays by that
Dude,
person, they're dead.
No, that's not.
And
he's-
you're just like, please not
No,
tonight.
first of
please
all,
not tonight.
you're in
Every
hospice
night you be
care.
living in
No,
like
you're in hospice
anxiety
care.
and PTSD from this fucking.
They're gonna no. It has nothing to do with the cat. If they're that scared of death, they'll have PTSD every night just because they're in hospice. Because you already know you're gonna die within 6 months when you're in hospice.
Listen,
So the cat comforts them as they pass on to the other side. Anyway, I'm sorry. We need to move on. Anyway, sorry about that. Let's.
Well, I think it's going to be really sick to see because Doctor Sleep, I heard was very good, but I think that was directed before his Netflix stuff. And his Netflix shows, in my opinion, still haven't watched his most recent one, but each one has gotten better and better.
Okay. What's his best Netflix
so-
show?
I think the religious one, Midnight Mass.
Oh,
I
Midnight
think.
Mass.
The
Yeah.
Midnight Mass is very Better Call Saul-y. Like, it's not...
Okay.
Like, his other films are, like, horror movies that, instead of using jump scares, they just, like, build tension and shit.
Okay.
But then Midnight Mass is just, like, a character drama like Better Call Saul, which is my favorite, but I don't think it's as commercially successful.
Yeah, typically it's not. And then the other one was the Hill House. You said.
Hill House. Yeah, I mean, I think Netflix has it all in, like, a little bundle thing. when you
Oh,
find any of his
speaking of Netflix, did you see the last Airbender trailer?
Oh yeah, did you?
Mhm.
What did you think?
Yeah, I've been getting up for these. Netflix is like promoting these so weirdly, where they're like, "Come to our live stream," and then it's 90 minutes of nothing with one trailer, and I'm like,
That's very
I'm gonna
weird.
go back to bed. But the last Airbender trailer it looks really good.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know what
for
to
One
think,
Piece, I
like-
got some hope.
Yeah, on the one hand, like the creators left, but on the other hand, the creators seem like not good creators.
To a degree, yeah. I don't know. I am still. I don't.
Like you've watched Avatar, right?
The Last Airbender. Yeah,
The
I
Last
did not
Airbender.
watch.
Did you know
Korra,
that?
But,
Did
yeah.
you know that Brian and can't remember the other guy's name, but they've retroactively added to the Avatar law that the Fire Nation was anti-LGBT, and they like outlawed gay and lesbian relationships and all of this stuff.
I
Just
mean,
like,
I
for no
listen. I
reason.
think that's fine to do if you do it like when you write it. But yeah, that's very weird to retroactively try to.
Yeah, to just add into like
It's
a
like
law
when-
book,
it's like when
yeah,
what's
these
her-
guys were.
It's like when J.K. Rowling said that fucking Dumbledore is gay.
Yeah.
It
Like,
gives me the
those
same
guys-
vibes.
Yeah,
It's like, maybe it's better that they
clearly-
Although
left on
Dumbledore,
Netflix,
I
so-
mean, that's believable that
No,
he's gay.
Dumbledore's no, but again, like that's what I'm saying. I believe it, but you got to do it when it's happening. Like you can't do it afterwards.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it feels like you're just trying to pander. You know what I mean?
No,
Especially
no,
if you're trying to get
absolutely,
diversity
I get-
points when you're the writer that named people like Cho Chang and Kingsley Shacklebolt.
Kingsley
Like those definitely
Shacklebolt.
aren't racist.
That's
Yeah,
an
the one black
insane
character in
name.
Harry Potter is called Kingsley Shacklebolt.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, the shackle.
That's so
kinda
psychotic.
Screams out to me racist.
Racisms? Yeah, I definitely agree.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just a
Yeah,
little
just a
bit.
few pieces of racism.
But yeah, visually it looks really good.
The
Big
actors,
budget.
I mean, all of the people that they got in it look like the characters.
Yeah, they
So,
actually
at
had
least
people
not
have a
bad.
scar.
Appa
Unlike
looks
that
like
terrible movie.
Appa.
Yeah, Appa looks
He looks
fluffy,
fluffy. Yeah.
and adorable.
And then what's the little
Momo looks-
meerkat?
He's a flying
No, it looks
lemur.
good, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's a flying lemur, and Momo looks a
Lemur.
little creepy at times in certain like frames, but overall looks
Yeah.
good. Overall looks good.
I think, like I was saying during my reaction, like in my head, Avatar always has been one of the few anime that would be better as a live action. Like it
Well,
was.
and I think that's because it is
very
like
condensed.
American. It's an American
Yeah.
anime, and so it was written by people that probably are more akin to a standard live action series. And yeah, I do think that a lot of it works. It's just they didn't have some of the CGI where it needed to be at certain
Yeah,
points.
CGI
Yeah.
looked good too in the trailer as well.
And it's all
Yeah.
like extended now. Like I assume probably they do the fourth season adaptation that never happened, but also like every season is an extra like 2 or 3 hours of content. So it'll be interesting to see what they add. And
Now
how
the
well it
one,
works.
the one thing I also could give me pause because I just thought about this. They did Cowboy Bebop, and that show sucked.
Who did Cowboy Bebop?
They,
Netflix.
Well, yeah, of course.
So there's a
feel like
good
there's-
chance the last
But they
Airbender
did
could
One
be
Piece.
bad. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know that's the problem, right? But then they
There's,
also
like,
did Death
tiers.
Note.
No, they've done way more
feel like you
bad.
can
They did
kinda-
Full Metal Alchemist, which was terrible.
yeah. They also just did a trailer for Yu Yu Hakusho, which I just watched, and it looks bad again. But I feel like when you watch the trailers, you can tell this is like a bad anime adaptation. It looks not in an offensive way, but Japan does so many anime adaptations, live action. It looks like a Japanese anime adaptation. But then One Piece and Avatar look completely.
Yeah,
in a
no, they
separate, like,
they did. I agree. I think that you can kind of tell when something looks good or bad. There were a couple of shots that gave me like ick vibes where I was like, nah, I'm not
some of
feeling
the-
this.
Some of the CG's unfinished. Like the volcano
True.
island wasn't even
Yes,
fully rendered.
but
Like the
then
water
there
wasn't
were
moving. Like
then there were other ones that made my dick diamond hard, like the Kyoshi Warriors. So I like having
Alright.
certain little things in there like that, and the Kyoshi Warrior like makeup looked perfect, and that's the first time that I was like, oh my god, women can fight. That's hot. So yeah, shout out Avatar: The Last Airbender for putting out strong female characters in the real proper way that you're supposed to do it. Anyway, I think it'll be decent. I'm hoping that.
I
It'll
mean,
be
I had a
decent,
strong
but we'll
female
figure it out.
character, Angelica from Rugrats. Right?
I'm gonna let that sit for a moment. Angelica from Rugrats.
Yeah, she's a strong female character. She
Okay.
bullied the other babies.
She
and
did bully the other
She was like a
babies, but
dictator, and she told them what to
It's
do.
okay, but it's not exactly hard to bully babies.
It's women
right?
empowerment, right?
Bullying babies? I don't know about that.
Bully babies, taking advantage of the less fortunate.
So, we
Mean
talked.
Girls?
Oh yeah,
Coming
Mean
out,
Girls.
The what?
I'm actually hyped for that. Mean Girls.
No,
Wait,
no.
They sold
yeah,
it.
that's
Modern Warfare 3 is
was
trash.
there really a trailer for that?
Yeah,
No,
and it's
I
a
don't-
musical.
I don't want to do it.
Oh, see,
I don't want to do it.
When you say Mean Girls, I think about the Good Movie with Lindsay Lohan and Rachel
like
McAdams.
Yeah.
any of it,
But what the fuck do you mean it's a musical now?
there's a remake and it's a musical.
Yeah, it's
that
It's an
simple.
adaptation of the Mean Girls Broadway
Uh-huh.
show. So it's like a retelling of Mean Girls.
Yeah,
Who
as
made
a
a Broadway show about
Wait,
Mean Girls?
you didn't know that they made a Broadway show about Mean Girls?
They make
They
Broadway
make
shows.
everything.
Who
better.
takes the time?
They do all of those movies.
Why did you
Dude,
invest
like
time in
Cannibal
something more
the
original?
Do you remember Cannibal the musical? It went on
That was
Broadway.
hilarious. Oh,
It went on Broadway.
yeah,
How
but
good.
so did Book of Mormon from South Park.
Exactly.
How good of a society would we be in if we started getting musical adaptations and we got Spider-Man the musical, the movie?
That would be amazing. I would be so down for that. Like,
Well,
we
there
get
was Spider-Man, the
an
Broadway
wait,
musical,
wait.
and somebody I think died or something.
Why don't we get Beyond the Spider-Verse the musical edition? That would be amazing.
I think somebody died
Oh.
during like the Spider-Man Broadway musical.
I
thing.
sure hope
Well, you
so.
can stay beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, somebody
One of
died
the
in the making
animators
of Beyond the
died
Spider-Verse.
making it. I was
Yeah,
like, holy
their
shit.
hands literally just exploded in their faces
Yeah,
when they were typing at a rapid
sacrificing for
pace.
your
They're
craft.
getting worked too hard.
Yeah, so Modern Warfare
I
3 is
looked
trash.
for-
That's another thing quickly. Terrible
looked
film.
about-
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, talking about Spider-Verse, the Grammy nominations came out for Best Film Score of the Year, and Spider-Verse got fucking snubbed. And
Oh,
I'm,
that's stupid.
pissed off about it.
Base.
Don't know why the Fablemans got a nomination over Spider-Verse, but
Let's see, is Jason gonna simp?
Why would that soundtrack be? Like, I don't remember
Indiana
the
Steven
music.
Jones Dial of
Spielberg?
Destiny
Oh no,
got a
actually, the
nomination.
Fables they have good music.
Fablemans? Well, Fablemans had some like an okay soundtrack.
It had like a John Williams score.
Yeah,
it had like a
okay
good soundtrack.
Yeah.
So did Dial of Destiny, but Spider-Verse had
Nah,
Oh,
Dial of
Dial
Destiny
of
was
Destiny was
trash.
all trash.
Yeah,
Dial of
Burn it
Destiny was
all.
trash.
Burn Harrison Ford's last 20 years of his career.
Yo, dude.
After Air Force One, it was all
can't say
downhill.
that. Well, that's true. But you can't say burn down the last 20 years of the poor
Yeah,
man's
just
life.
hack IMDb and remove him from his page.
Just
All-
fucking delete his
everything
20
after Air Force One. Delete.
and then gaslight him that we all tell him that he retired after that,
yeah,
and then that he's been retired.
yeah.
and then
It's
he's not
all a
working
bit
anymore.
until the day he dies. We're just like we all
Yeah.
stick together
That would be
until the
fucking
day he dies.
That would be amazing. I'm sure he'd believe it. He'd probably be like, "Eh, fuck it, you guys are right.
And just as he's about to pass, you're like, no, those last 20 years did
They
happen.
did happen. We're sorry." He's like, "No, my legacy. I knew it."
People have been saying that Modern Warfare 3 is really good, though.
No,
No,
they
get
haven't.
out of here.
Name one. Name one.
They gotta climb
My
off
whole
that
time
Name
I've
clock.
one.
seen people saying, like, if you don't think Modern Warfare 3 is good, you're just a fanboy.
No, they're fucking. They're fucking.
they gotta
with
climb
you.
off the
I've been
Call of Duty
replying to them,
cock.
like,
That's
what are you
ridiculous.
saying?
Yeah, dude. There's
Yeah.
no way, dude. That's because Modern Warfare. Yeah, that
It's trash.
The fact that they literally put out a like 2.5, 3 hour campaign and charged $60
is?
for it. Yes,
No, it's 5 hours. Like normal. Like that's what most people
I
experience.
thought
5
that people
hours.
were saying it was 3 hours long.
Three
That's
and a
what I
half. But that was like somebody who was doing like a quick run or whatever, something like that, speed run. But I think it's on average 5 hours.
Okay. Because, yeah, I had like
Yeah,
seven, I saw like 3 to 4 different people.
No,
saying
it still
was
doesn't
3
matter.
hours.
5 hours is bullshit.
That was
It's
rushed,
and they
yeah.
don't even do the Russian scene correctly, or I mean, just in general, any good. They try to do an original
100%
take on it on an
completion.
airplane. And it's all dog shit. But yeah. I mean, when IGN's basically saying no,
It
your
should
game
ta- it
fucking
should take
sucks
you
and it's
3
Call of
to
Duty,
7
you know
hours.
something's wrong.
So 3 to
Didn't
7
IGN give it a
hours.
good
That's how
review?
long it says it should take.
No, they trashed it, and that's how I know that's like Call of Duty is extremely bad because IGN kisses their ass every fucking time they come out with a Call of Duty game, and they lie about how great it is and how different and all this other bullshit. No, they trashed it this time. and rightfully so.
Yeah. Forbes says 3 to 4 hours. It depends on where you're looking, but
Well, if
like
it's generally, if it's 3-4 hours, that's fucking.
yeah. On average, I'm
that's-
seeing people saying like 4 hours. This guy said 4 hours 20 minutes. This guy
Jesus
says 3
Christ.
hours and a half. So on average, I mean maybe if you're like really taking your time to look through everything, it'll probably push 7 hours.
Now
at
the hope
most,
is
but,
Microsoft
like, it's
says
probably,
this
like,
is the
yeah,
last
3 to
fucking
5
time.
at
I don't
most.
care what these idiot dick riders say. The game's trash, and we're gonna fix this. We're gonna take 2 years to.
Hopefully
at
they
least
don't
make
have
Call of Duty.
contracts.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think they probably might, but that's the thing is like with after this, I think you'd probably be better eating like whatever contract like breaking
probably
fee
could do that,
might
yeah.
be. Yeah, like whatever the fee might be to break that contract, it probably would be reasonable. Because I think who would you have it with? Just the distributor? I think that might be the only person you'd have liabilities to.
The issue on the other end would be from like Activision's perspective, publishing wise. Their last Call of Duty sucked ass, and it was like, well, let's delay the next one to make it better. It's like 2 years that people have just a shitty Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So I don't know what.
Yeah, that's true. But then at
Well,
the same
people
time, I think
bought
you could
Modern
just
Warfare
patch
2
stuff
because
up.
they thought there wasn't going to be a Call of Duty this year, so they fucking lied in the first place.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they
I think
should
you
have
just try to
taken 2 years
patch
to
whatever
make it.
you can while like and just do the 2 years, patch whatever you can in the meantime, and that way like they can try to have like a little bit of a better multiplayer experience.
Well, you can
But I
spray
think,
for
like,
breeze,
you're
but
not
it's still a
gonna-
pile of dog shit.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to do much like to fix that just by focusing on it. Like at the end, especially because like the campaign, what are you going to do? Add extra onto it? Probably not. And then multiplayer, as long as you have like a decently balanced like weapon set, people are going to play it because they're just going to play with their friends.
Well, the
So-
question would be like, what is the next Call of Duty? What does the next Call of Duty look like? Because it feels like they are moving towards a more open world campaign and everything, especially from what I've heard with Modern Warfare 3. So
I'd expect that they just make a new IP, because then they don't.
That
they're
would
not
make
locked
the
into
most sense, I
PlayStation
think.
contracts.
But the problem that they have with that, I think, is that they every time they've tried to make a new IP, it always ends up dog shit. Like Infinity
It'll
War,
probably just be
Advanced
like-
Warfare.
can we just get
fucking
Titanfall
Ghost.
3? I mean,
Yeah, dude, fuck it.
cancel all Call of
Fuck it.
Duties and just give me Titanfall
Yeah,
3.
It'll
just-
probably just be
no
like
more.
from the creator of Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, new
Yeah.
shooter, new name, but like clearly it's just Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
right.
like they did with Bungie and Destiny. Like, hey, this is the team that brought you Halo. So
Yeah, it's not Halo, but it's
Yeah.
the team that brought it to you.
yeah.
Yeah. Because I
Yeah.
think the Call of Duty name license is locked to all consoles until like 2028.
Is
So,
it? Okay.
I think they'll probably.
Well, then they
avoid
might
doing
just yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you think they just stop putting out COD then, or do you think that they just put lesser work
I think
into
they probably
COD?
just. I think they're usually on a 3-year dev cycle, right? I know this one only had a year,
Yeah.
but assuming the next one has been in development for 2 years, they maybe just name it. They maybe just change the name right now, and they just call it like instead of Call of Duty Ghosts, they just call it Ghosts or something.
Okay.
And then they're just like, it's a new game. And
Well,
they try
definitely
and, like,
don't call it Ghost.
change
That's the
the-
worst Call of
Yeah,
Duty
yeah.
ever made.
Yeah, I know, right? It's one of the worst. One of the
Like,
worst for
that's
sure.
definitely not a good name.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised PlayStation hasn't like tried to make another Killzone. Like, I would play anything else besides
Yeah, I
Call
like
of Duty at
Killzone.
this point because I can't even
heard-
play Warzone because it's so competitive. It's just not fun
No,
anymore.
dude, I love Fortnite now because of this. Fortnite is where it's at.
PlayStation's been falling apart. I don't know if you guys have seen all of that. They
Not
delayed
particularly.
every multiplayer game that they've been investing all these like years
Seriously?
into making.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're releasing 6 by 2028 now instead of 12 by 2026.
No, Jesus.
I mean, Spider-Man 2 is worth buying a PS5 for, in my opinion. That game is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking. Like, buying Bungie makes sense to me, but then like Insomniac, Naughty Dog, like all of their good studios, Santa Monica, are making multiplayer games. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Why?
Insomniac is the team that made Spider-Man, and I think it is Insomniac that's also making Wolverine. And that game,
they're
everybody, a
making
lot of people
Wolverine
hyped, including
and-
myself.
a multiplayer shooter apparently.
Oh, I
And
didn't
then
heir they
Santa
were
Monica's
making
making like an
multiplayer.
RPG. Yeah, pretty much every studio at Sony half their staff is making a multiplayer games as a service thing.
Naughty Dog making a multiplayer as a service. That's so stupid. You're stripping away, like, they're known for
They already
great
canceled
stories.
their first one. They were making Last of Us Left Behind 2 as like a multiplayer exclusive.
Of course.
But they canceled that and they're now making a new IP.
Well, I heard they're making Last of Us 3. So Naughty
that's
Dog's been working on that. So, because 2 was such a gem.
Yeah, wait, what? Why are they following up on that? Is that how much money did that game make?
Last of Us 2 did get industry acclaim.
Okay, but
Ghost
I mean,
of Tsushima 2 is coming out.
Either way, I know that it didn't get necessarily loved by audiences, though. So how much money did it make? That's the question.
I think it was I think it sold quite a few units.
Okay, cool.
But I saw like
it's
at
coming
last year's
to
Game
PC
Awards,
in 2024, so they're hoping that it.
makes even more. I mean, I'll try it out if it's discounted. Like last year's Game Awards, Neil Druckmann won, I think, the award for best storytelling in a video game, and his speech was like, "I know a lot of people didn't like the game, but the true fans know that it was really good."
No, it's
So
bullshit.
I kind of got the vibe that they.
I think they won over
like,
Ghost of
didn't care.
Tsushima, which was absolute fucking stupidity. Like,
Yeah, they won over.
politics
Well, I
is the
think it
only
came out-
reason why they won that award.
Yeah, apparently they made.
won.
Oh wait, what was that?
I'm just gonna look at what they.
Okay.
Apparently they made, or it would cost $220 million to make that game. Last of Us Part 2. They sold about
Wow.
2.8
Who
million.
knew Last of Us Part 2 is the She-Hulk
They
of
made
the
a-
video game universe.
I know, right? They sold 2.8 million copies. So I mean, how much does it cost? $70, let's say. Is that right, or 60?
Nah, 70. It's 70 for Last of Us 2.
Okay, so they made 196 million. So they haven't even made profit yet. That's not even considering
Well, that's
their
they're
advertising
coming out
rate.
with the PC version. It hasn't been announced. But
Sure,
that's,
that's not
out
coming.
next year.
That's not even considering their advertising rate, though. So I mean, they're just about to reach profitability. But it's been a long haul.
And Sony would, I imagine, because it is first party studio, they would be nervous about them making a third one.
Yeah, I would think if they just are barely making profitability
Like this, maybe
after
move
what?
on to Uncharted
Didn't that
again.
game come out 3 years ago? How long ago did that come out?
Yeah, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It came out here when I
Yeah.
just moved down here.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a
It's-
strange one.
This is even more annoying. It was the most nominated game in history. Got best game direction over Ghost of Tsushima.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Got
that's
best narrative
racist.
over
I'm saying that's
Ghost of
racist.
Tsushima, Hades, and Cyberpunk. That was
That's
the one that I remember
insane.
pissing me off. And then it won Game of the Year that year as well.
All those
What?
awards are political and
It
they're all
won
paid
Game
off.
of the Year.
I don't trust any of those
Dude,
award
this
shows.
is ridiculous. Well, and again,
Ghost of
if it's
Tsushima
not
is
even-
one of my
uh,
favorite games of all time.
20% fan voted, 80% industry as well. But I remember his speech when they won was very much like, I know the fans hated it, but fuck you, we thought the game was good. Like that's
No,
the
I
vibe
know,
got.
but the
So,
whole thing
I'm
is
not
Neil
literally-
Druckmann smells his
it's
own
just
farts and
a
thinks they're
revenge
amazing.
story.
I can't stand that dude.
Yeah, it's like literally the most contrived revenge story where you play cat and mouse
She
for
doesn't even kill the
10
bitch.
hours. Yeah,
It's fucking stupid.
It's so annoying.
You killed
It's,
Joel
literally
right
just
at the
annoying.
beginning of the fucking game.
Yeah,
And then it's just
which
like,
is fine. I think that can even set
yeah,
up
but
like
when
an
the whole
interesting
thing is revenge
But yeah,
story, and then
your
you don't even
whole
get the
thing is
payoff at the
revenge.
end by killing the
Yeah,
bitch. It's like,
no,
what the
it was
fuck?
so bad,
Yeah.
dude. And then you just go back and play guitar with your fucking fingers.
Yeah, they
chopped
know they
off.
have a baby. She has a
Fucking
baby with her
idiot
wife,
bitch.
and they're living on like this farm. And
But then the wife left because she left to go fucking fight this bitch again. Remember?
Yeah.
So she comes back and then she can't even play her guitar because she lost her fucking fingers.
Yeah.
The whole thing is so fucking retarded.
The only one that annoys me realistically is best narrative. Like, I can see an argument for like best game direction, like Naughty
Sure.
Dog games are good, but best narrative just doesn't make sense.
No, it makes zero sense. It has a pretty
Well, if you don't think
contrived
about
and
it,
complex
you
narrative.
know,
That's
then
not
it probably makes
interesting at
sense.
all.
Just don't think about
So
it. You gotta watch movies and by not thinking, TV shows by not thinking.
Yeah, dude, just shut your fucking brain off.
Yeah,
and shut the fuck up.
completely. I mean, it's
Exactly.
easy for those people that
Shut
you
off
know,
and shut up. That's what
that
that's,
like
that's what you're
She-Hulk.
saying.
and to shut their brain off because it's barely running. But
oh no, those people have no brain, and you can't even hit the off button.
Yeah, they're like the scarecrow from Wizard of Oz. If I only had a brain.
Yeah, it's like trying to fucking put a key into a bike, just like a regular bike that you pedal. It's like there's no.
Why isn't this bike starting up?
Yeah, it's like you're supposed to pedal it, you fucking idiot. Yeah. Anyway. So outside of that, I mean, I think that's pretty much the main things that we wanted to cover. We're running about an hour and
Boogie,
hour and 10, but we did want to cover Boogie, yeah. So, but real quick, was there anything that you wanted to cover, Peter, tonight that we haven't gotten to? Otherwise, we can just
anything that you saw.
No, all the stuff. All the stuff that I was going to talk about, we can talk about on the main
pod on Sunday. Okay.
The annoying thing with reacting now is like I've been trying to find an hour and a half to watch the Boogie thing on camera, and I just haven't found the time.
I think
it's so much easier to watch it.
Yeah.
But like I pause and talk and stuff usually.
Oh, you don't do the XQC thing and walk away?
No.
No, I've been having people all week, dude. I've started like now that the channel's gone up a bit. I've had people commenting like, "Why do you keep pausing?" And I'm like,
no, dude.
If I just
those
played
people,
the video, that's not a
no.
reaction,
dude. We had to deal with those fucking idiots for so fucking long.
The carpenters.
Bro, go watch
fucking
the
carpenters.
video. You don't come to a reaction.
I realized that
in order to do that,
our
you
channel was going in the wrong
commentary,
direction.
Bitch. No, I know that pisses me off so much. If you want, they were literally asking you to break the law. In order so that way they can jerk off to watching the same video over and over and over. Oh my god!
You remember that scene from South Park where it's that fat guy with lube and like the TSA and he's just jacking off of her?
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
That's what they were waiting for. They were just like, I got my lube.
And
I'm gonna watch these people react to the
second that you pause it, they're like, "What the fuck, man? Now I'm here. I am. My cock's out. I'm edging. I was just about to nut, and you paused it."
Yeah,
it's like, oh my god.
Like, I get it sometimes. If it's like music reactions, I like when I pause, I usually go back and play like the chorus fully.
Sure,
but, like,
yeah, I can understand.
The trailers and shit, it's just like I'm just watching like a documentary and people are like, stop pausing it. I'm like, bro, if I'm not gonna pause it and talk, what are you
here for?
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. I hate
they
those
don't
people so much.
No, it's because they don't want to feel lonely for that.
Yeah,
or whatever. How long?
Yeah,
it
literally,
is.
they want to stare
I'll
at your
watch you
face
as
while
a
you
friend,
say
Mom. I know this person. I've commented.
Yeah, dude, that's why I'm so happy now when we've gone to movies and reviews that we don't have to deal with those fucking comments, dude. Fuck those people. Fuck all that. I hate it so much.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but there's no like spoilers or anything, so we can talk about it.
Yeah. So yeah, the
Boogie's
thing
life is a spoiler. He's a terrible guy.
So basically, the entire thing was exactly as depressing and disturbing as we thought it was going to be. For the most part,
I can't believe they filmed him fucking.
And he makes his girlfriend cry intentionally because he seemingly just
I saw that full clip.
Yeah, he just seemingly wants to have
That's
the power
terrible.
to be able to make her
That's
cry.
so abusive.
That's what it feels like.
Immediately, that's when I was like, he emotionally abused his wife. I think that
Most
to
likely.
me, yeah, that's most likely. Like, it's not confirmed, but I just.
But like to sit a girl down and intentionally try to make her cry. And
I'm sorry about my life choices.
Yeah,
I'm gonna die tomorrow. That's why I can't change.
It's like, dude, come on. You know exactly what response you're trying to get with that, and it feels so gross.
Well, you joke about
On
sitting
top
there
of
beating
that-
gastric bypass surgery.
Well, yeah, and on top of that, he sits there and he like talks about how he got these hookers and how like he's like upset that he spent all this money, and he complained that he spent all the money, but he kept doing it. But then he says that it didn't make him happy. So why the fuck did you keep doing it to begin with if it didn't make you happy? Go ahead.
I saw the clip where he has $76,000 in Bitcoin, even though he's been saying that he's like poor as fuck.
Yes, that he has no money at all.
Yeah,
and it's like the thing is, for some reason I'm getting recommended Boogie channel clips, so the ones he's putting out clearly are like ones that make you feel bad for him. Because I can understand his thought process in like, if I sell it now, it's only 70,000, but I want it to go up.
Yeah.
I get that. But like, if you're begging on the internet for like money,
sell it.
Sell some of
the
it.
fucking
Like,
shit.
well, he got the second most expensive model of Tesla.
Yeah, he got the second most expensive. He also goes and he's like sitting there bragging to his friends about
if
shit.
He has like if you get like a car loan, can you not
You can, but it's complicated. You can, but it's complicated. It's not as easy. It's not
like like if he fully owned it,
it'd be much different. He'd be literally able to go do it.
Because I mean, like some of the stuff that I've seen, like I've had similar shit where like I've gotten a phone and then lost a job, and it's like, well, fuck, I can't get out of this unless I pay an X amount of money or pay
to
a
stop it,
or just don't pay it.
Just don't pay it.
Yeah,
fuck it.
What are you gonna do? That's what I always say.
Yeah, if you put it on my credit, I'll dispute it and use my little trick to get it off. Fuck you, I don't care.
But even in the movie, he goes to like this whole like balancing his budget.
He says that he deserves it. No.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Here's the thing that pisses me off. Okay, is that if you want to say like, hey, I think I'm a human being and therefore I deserve love. Theoretically, everybody like deserves love. Now, not everybody gets love, and that's sad, and it kind of just is what it is. But like in a perfect world, everybody deserves to be loved and find somebody that loves them. However, he doesn't just say that he deserves to be loved. Boogie specifically says that he deserves to fuck hot women, and he deserves to fuck in LA 10. In LA 10. Okay, when Jason came out here to California, he was so surprised because we have the hottest possible women walking around everywhere.
Like, didn't he call a woman like in Arkansas too?
He called this woman in Arkansas like 8 or something like that. He's like, oh, I'm barely getting an Arkansas 8. And then he called another woman like no, this wasn't his girlfriend. He was just talking about like some other thing. And then he also said that like he called this girl thicker than he usually goes for.
Basically, he called her fat.
Yeah, he called her fat, basically, and it's like, Boogie.
It's like, have you looked in the goddamn? You barely can get out the goddamn bathtub, you fat ass.
Yeah, literally. And again, it's like I don't care, and I don't care about like somebody getting hookers. Hookers are great. Like people need companionship to a certain degree. If you can't,
but to say you deserve them,
okay, go for it. But like again, first of all, to spend $20,000 on hookers is crazy. You can go get an escort for a couple $100.
Yeah,
he was spending him on high, top of the line hookers.
So you could buy a sex doll for $20,000.
Well, he sit there and say he would take these hookers to Disneyland. He would sit there and take all these lavish vacations with them. And then it's like, I'm going broke. It's like,
so
shut
bad
the
for
fuck
me. It's
up.
like, dude, you got to go on a fuck. You took a hot 10 LA 10 to Disneyland. I don't feel bad for you. What the fuck are we talking about?
Oh, he's an absolute terrible person.
Yeah, and again, it's like the women out here in California are insanely attractive because they all the hottest women migrated from all over USA because they wanted to be actors. So now we have like this really fucked skewed.
98% of them turned into waitresses.
Yeah, a lot of them turn into waitresses and strippers, and so therefore they're just kind of littered throughout like our state. And so like a lot of the women here are extremely attractive. So Jason kind of like the way that Jason said it was that basically out here, like a Wisconsin where he comes from 10 is maybe a California 5.
Yeah, it's like growing crops in Wisconsin, and then like you basically have like an apple farm, and then you plot all these trees, and only like 1 or 2 or 3 pop up that have nice, delicious apples. But then when you come out here to LA, all the plants sprout up. They all have green apples.
Yeah, 100%. And so the fact that Boogie says that he deserves the best,
I don't deserve an apple farm.
He's like, I don't want an Arkansas 8. I want an LA 10, and not just that, not he wants it, he deserves it. Is so crazy. Because even Tim, because I was like, I would never say that I deserve that. And I was like, and even like Tim, when we told him about this, he was like, no, even I wouldn't say it. And Tim is like a thin dude who's good fucking looking, has prospects that are really good for his future career. And even he's like, no, I don't deserve an LA 10. Like, that shit's psychotic. And it's very clear that Boogie only cares about women insofar as they're props for his viewing and fucking pleasure.
On making women cry.
Yeah, that's definitely true. He definitely likes to see women cry about him, for sure.
Yep.
It's very disturbing. It's really sad.
And I don't know what he fucking thought when he did this documentary or how this would make him look good.
He thought it would make him look better.
It's just weird that Mike Clum filmed him while fucking.
I still don't like that.
That's
shout out Mike Clum, though. The cinematography was a fucking really, really good.
Yeah, he's very talented
here. And so he definitely, I'm looking forward to see his next documentary. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I just have like morbid enjoyment for something like this.
I agree.
This is the kind of life story that I would love to see a documentary, a biopic on. And the fact that this guy's got a fucking documentary is like just insane.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
it is
annoying that Boogie's like clawing back relevancy from this, but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, in the documentary, he doesn't do anything. Like, he's a dumb fucking guy, right? And he's got a lot of issues, but he doesn't do anything super fucked up. Like, he's not like one of those scammers or pedos, or he's just like a dickhead, and like horrible to women and stuff, right? Like, I haven't seen.
Yeah.
I mean, he's extreme
He is like,
narcissist.
so he's basically an extreme
He's like
narcissist.
narcissistic, toxic.
Yeah, he's like a extreme narcissist who, at the end of the day, I think he tries to scam his audience out of money.
Yeah,
to certain
long
degrees.
time he was able to emotionally
like, he would
manipulate
constantly
his
try
audience.
to get them to donate and things like that. And I think
And then
that's
stopped
the
working.
biggest scam thing that he did. Outside of that, though, it's not like he had any direct like crypto scams that he was supposedly a part of or anything like that. It's all a lot more roundabout, where it's like he seems kind of abusive towards the people in his life. One of the things that was really fucked too was like he was bragging to his friends about like, hey guys, when are we gonna get some girlfriends around here?
These guys
and not
are
just
overweight,
strippers,
and
not
it's
just the
just
hookers that I've been bringing around. And it's
Yeah.
very clear that the friends were like, yeah, we get it. You can bring around hookers, and we don't
Yeah,
have
you
anybody.
can just see the depression.
Like, they
on
were
some of
clearly
their faces.
really
It's
sad.
just like, what the fuck?
And it's like, dude, you saying this to your, and it's like they're all overweight, like Jason said. Like, what do you think they're gonna say, Boogie? Oh yeah, we're gonna get a girl over. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're the one here with the fame and shit. If anything, you're the one who could hook them up with bitches. What are we talking about?
What have you done?
Fucking
Like, what
idiot.
great things have you got from
God.
friends? It feels
Yeah.
like he uses people.
He does.
And that's
He's a
a
user.
sign of an extreme narcissist.
He's a master baiter.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know how he finds his pecker. Like, honestly, the flaps that this motherfucker has, it is like a wham whale.
He calls them
I
his
have never
meat flaps, and it's so disturbing.
I mean,
It's so upsetting.
The only Boogie thing from my years of like seeing this guy online that I remember is his like bit that he did all the time on like the HG podcast, where he's like, I haven't seen my pecker in years, you know.
No,
I
yeah,
went
he
to the
hasn't.
toilet, I heard a little clink.
No,
My
I believe
pecker
that.
sent
I
me,
don't
like,
think he's seen his
in a
cock.
bottle.
I don't think he's seen his cock in the past 15 to 20
yeah.
years.
No,
Yeah,
he
he wouldn't
needs
be
these
able to.
hookers to help him find it.
Yeah, no, I don't even think you could find it with a
That's why he
magnifying
pays them so
glass at this
much.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they don't even feel anything. They just have
For
to
the hookers
pretend.
and like a private detective to like find the cock, you know.
Well,
$100, $150
Well, one of the
an hour just to
stories
private
is this
detective.
hooker
That's where the money
who was
goes
like
to.
anonymous in the fucking doc. Basically said she fucked Boogie, and because
Oh,
of the
she got trauma
traumatization she
from it.
suffered from it, she said, "I'm no longer being a hooker."
Oh yeah, dude, she stopped hooking. Dude,
It was
he
like, what
fucking
the fuck?
caused so much trauma to this woman that she stopped hooking. That shit's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's worth a
Boogie's
watch.
bad
It's
man,
definitely worth a
and
watch.
I hope that he finds a special place in hell.
Yeah.
And outside of that, I think that's where we're going to end it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us during this pod. It's been a little longer than we expected, about an hour and 15 to an hour and 20. Outside of this, guys, if there's anything else you want us to discuss, we're going to try to weave in a little more gaming content here and there, since we are all big gamers here. So maybe even just doing like every now and again, like we've done here, a separate episode just kind of talking about games and shit like that. So if there's any games you want us to play, talk about, discuss, let us know in the comments down below. Besides that, if there's any other movie content you want to check out, you can check out on the channel, or you can let us know anything else you want to talk about movie wise in the comments too. You can check out Peter in the link below. You can check out us. We have gaming sessions for gaming content, movie sessions for trailer content, Smokin Sessions for movie news and reviews, and CrazyRocky for variety content. And then follow us here on the Tripodcast going forward for more great podcast content. You guys have been absolutely killing it over on the channel, especially like with the Exorcist, the Believer video recently did pretty well, and some other stuff. So I'd like to thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you for all the love and support.
For all the love and
Truly
support. It's pretty dope.
appreciate it.
And definitely like and subscribe for more content like this going forward. And we'll see you all in the next one.
Abducted by my brain and it drains all the dopamine. Pain leaving nothing but the dreams that have been holding me. Reality cracks and it falls at the openings. Blasted out center just to see all the broken dreams. Trapped in a track to be feeling like an counting upside down to a valley right quick.